Hey, thanks for tuning in. Hey, well, this is Sean here, and on this show, we talk about food that you can make for yourself, your family, and of course, your friends. I'm making something today that I think you're gonna love. I certainly do, and that is Chicken Marsala coming up next. Well, you know what? We're about ready to make that Chicken Marsala. You know, interesting thing about that dish for me personally is that when I'd gone to Italy months ago, I had a chance to make that dish for 10 people. We went to Rome, and then we went, and it was about in the middle of Italy. It's called a little town called Paterno. And there's not many tourists out there, not that many people that speak English out there. But it was a fantastic experience. In fact, you'll see one of the pictures in this. It's a picture of me in that kitchen. It's a black and white picture, and I remember just really feeling so happy to experience that place and being out in that country, and then making that Chicken Marsala for everybody, and they just loved it. So it came out fantastic. So I hope that you're gonna follow along and you'll make that at home. Maybe you've already had it. You probably have. It's a very popular dish, but I really like it. It's so silky and delicious. Today I'm going to use, most of the time I use just standard mushrooms, but today I'm going to use Shataki mushrooms, and those have got a lot of flavor in them. So I am ready to go make this dish, and I hope you are too, so let's go do it now. Okay, well, we have got everything we need here, and we're going to do it up. So first of all, we got 2 chicken breasts here, and they're about 9-ounce chicken breasts. Doesn't matter what size you use, we're going to press those out. Then we're going to put them in flour, and that'll be good. We got some pepper and salt here. And of course our flour that we're going to season that with our thyme and rosemary. It's gonna be fantastic. We'll put our chicken in that. We've got 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and I've got this product here that I really like. It's actually a garlic seasonal that I substitute the salt for. That works fantastic. And then of course the Shitaki mushrooms that are filled with flavor. Love those, great stuff. And of course Marsala wine. The brand that I use is a Gambarelli DeVito. It's good stuff. You can use other brands though, of course. Nor is the chicken stock that we're going to put together with that. And then we have 1 cup of cream and about a tablespoon of butter. So we've got some fresh parsley here, some thyme that we're going to put in that. That's going to go in our flour. And then of course the rosemary we're going to put into the flour also. I'll mix those all together and cut those up and put that into the flour. And that'll be great. Let's do it. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to tenderize this chicken. We want it to be kind of flattened out. So you want to take about 2 feet of plastic wrap and push that out on a flat surface. And we're going to spread that out and of course put our chicken breast in the middle of that. And what we want to do is take each side and wrap it up just about halfway in over it, just like so. And then we'll get the other side and do the same. And we want to just kind of press that out a little bit. Make sure that there's plenty of room for that chicken because it's going to push out on both sides. It's going to push out on all sides actually. So we want to use a wooden mallet. If you have a wooden mallet, you have the discarded side and flat side. If you don't have that, you can always use a metal one, or a rolling pin would work just fine. So we're going to gently pound out that chicken breast, flatten it out. We're using of course the discarded side and the flat side also. We're continuously doing that, and we're going to push it out until it gets just about a ½ inch, maybe a 3/4 of an inch should be good. And then what you've got, you just basically take the plastic, unpeel that, and fold it off onto your hand. And it'll peel right off like that, and you put that on your plate, and then we're going to put that into the flour. Okay, well, you know, I really love doing kind of putting little spins on stuff like this. Maybe it's not even a spin, I don't know, but I went out to my garden, like I said, and I've got this fresh rosemary that I'm going to actually put in the flour. And then today I went and got this fresh thyme, and so what I'm doing is just trying to actually take the stem like that and just take my index finger and my thumb and just pull it off slowly. I don't know, maybe you guys know of a quicker way, but right there you go. And then I'll just cut those up into tiny little pieces. So let's make some of this little seasoned flour. Okay, now that I've pulled all of the thyme leaves off, I am going to take some of that rosemary that I got out in the garden and pull all the little stems off of that, mix those together, and I'm going to cut those up real fine. I really like to chop them up into tiny, tiny little pieces, and of course put that into our flour mixture that we're going to put our chicken in. I want to know if you guys have any certain recipe that you use to make chicken marsala. Hey, why don't you let me know down in the description? I'd love to know if you guys got some ideas to share. That'd be awesome. Now that we've got that added, we're going to put on some nice fresh cracked pepper. And I like to use, you can see that pepper coming out there. And this pepper shaker that I use, it works really well. And of course, here's the substitute for salt. That is the garlic seasonal that I like to use. I'll use just a pinch of that to put in the center of the chicken, but then the rest I'm going to put into the flour mixture. You can totally taste this thyme when it's in there. It's fantastic when it gets all cooked together. So it's going to be great. And now we are going to mix that salt in there, mix that around, and now it's chicken time. Let's put that chicken into that flour and make sure that's mixed up nice and it's coated well. Kind of dust it off a little bit and put it in again, and then of course we'll repeat with our other chicken breasts, do the same exact thing and put those on our plates, and they'll be ready to go. It's just that easy. Let's do it. Okay, it's chicken marsala time. So first thing we want to do is have a nice hot pan like this guy right here, and we're going to add some olive oil to that, and we're going to put our chicken in there and cook it about halfway. Okay, then we're going to remove the chicken, and we're going to put some more olive oil in there. We're going to add a little more mushrooms. We're actually adding some garlic. I didn't say that earlier, but that's what we're going to do because you got to have garlic. That's fantastic. Okay, the mushrooms, they're going to sweat. Then after that, we're going to bring in the chicken marsala, let that alcohol cook down just a bit, add our chicken stock, and then we're going to add some cream. Now, to speed up the process, I'm probably going to add a little bit of cornstarch. That'll get us to where we want to go a little bit quicker. And after that, we're going to add our chicken back in. It's going to thicken up, everything's going to start dancing together, it's going to be fantastic, and then we're going to have chicken marsala. And let's go, let's do it right now. Okay, we've applied oil to the pan, and now let's take our chicken and put it in, and we want to get that just really lightly cooked on each side. And remember, we're only going to cook it partial. We're going to do that about 2 minutes on each side, should be just perfect. And then once we're done with that, we'll take it out and set it aside. Sometimes you might have a chicken breast that's thicker than the other ones. Just stack it on top of the other one, and that way you'll keep them cooking evenly. Now we're going to remove it from the pan. We want to take our spatula and scrape the pan a little bit so we can get some of those trimmings loosened up. And then of course we're going to add oil, and we want to add our shiitake mushrooms to that and really start to build our flavors. Now for our shiitake mushrooms, we want to cook those for about 2.5 minutes, and where I'll break those down a little bit, and then we're going to of course add some butter and some garlic to that. I have a little garlic crush that I like to use. You can chop it up real fine, but that makes it easier using the garlic crush. There's our butter. You can use a couple of cloves, 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, whatever you like to use on that. It's really going to add some great flavor to it. And this is definitely my favorite part, adding the marsala. Ah, yes, there we go. So we're going to cook that marsala for about 2 minutes. Of course, continuing to cook our mushrooms. And that marsala wine is cooking down, and of course continuing to cook the alcohol off it. And I kind of sped the camera up so you can kind of see what's happening here, but you'll notice it's going to get darker and darker, and those mushrooms are releasing those flavors, and the marsala in there, and garlic and everything we have dancing together. It's going to be fantastic. So coming along nicely. Now we want to put in our chicken stock, and we're going to cook that for about 10 minutes. Now, It's going to seem kind of watery, but we're going to add some cream to that, and that will help to thicken it up. What will help us really speed up the process is after we cook this cream in for about 7 minutes, we will add some cornstarch to it, about 1/8 of a cup of cornstarch. But we want to first let this cream go to work and thicken itself up, and then we'll add the cornstarch. And you know, I definitely would suggest getting your favorite beverage because you're going to be standing over the stove for a bit here, stirring and stirring, and it's just something that you have to do. Of course, you just saw me add some of that cornstarch in a little bit more, and that's really going to help to thicken it up. You can see right now it's really thickening it up nicely. That sauce is coming along, but yeah, you're going to be stirring and stirring, and it's that's probably the longest part of this is this part right here. But now you're going to get yourself a nice spoon and then just ladle it over the chicken. And now we're just going to cover this, and then you're going to be ready to serve. Okay, I thought a little side dish would be nice, some nice steamed asparagus to put that in there, so we're going to have that too. Okay, well, you know what? It is time to plate, and let's put that asparagus down. It's nice and hot and steamy there, and of course you can see our glass of wine we're having, or your favorite beverage, and here it comes, the chicken marsala. Oh yes. Ah yes. Mi piace molto questo piatto, meaning I love this dish. Hey, I'm glad that you're here to witness this, because this sauce is absolutely fantastic. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Now, this took a little bit longer to make this sauce, but well worth the time, well worth it. So you have some friends over, again, you're a superhero, they're going, oh my God, Marge, you're just fantastic, or Dennis, or whatever. Yeah, I didn't know you could do this. Like I say, you can do this. So, hey, you know, if this is your first time checking it out and you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing. And when you do that, ring the bell and you're gonna be notified when I come up with the next video. So, thanks so much, and I'm gonna have all of the ingredients and directions down below. You can check that out and make that for yourself, and it's fantastic. So I'm having myself a nice little glass of wine here, so absolutely perfect with this. So a little bit of asparagus, threw that in on the side for a little bonus, yeah. So anyways, Seanyfood.com, thanks so much, and I will see you on the next video. Hey, you know, I want to mention this, is that once you get the chicken and it's in that sauce and everything's done, and you just put the chicken aside and you're going to have like a side dish with it, you really can't screw it up. So no worries there. Just put a top over it and shut it off, and as soon as you're ready to eat, just heat it right back up again, and you know, get it nice and bubbling and good, and just put it out on the plate and you're good to go. So it's a great dish, and you're really gonna like it. If you haven't had it before, if you've already had it, then you obviously know when it's made right, it's like, whoa, it's great. So the way I made it tonight, it turned out fantastic. I'm not just like saying that because I'm like, yeah, man, I own food. No, it came out great. But it took some effort and took a little extra time to do that, but so no worries. Anyways, that's it, all right? See you later. Hey, take the time and just kind of take the time. That's what